pages of what I was like when I was 12 in grade 8. Alright, so this one is called Dream Career. Working with dangerous chemicals and examining dead bodies are characteristics of my dream job. Being a forensic scientist or criminalist sounds like it would be a worthwhile job. While my friends say ew at the sight of a dead body on TV, this is like not cool, man. I'm fascinated by it. CSI is a great show to learn about science, even though some things that happen on the show are absurd. Things are played out so perfectly in the show, and that's not always how things are going to play out. There are so many things that you would need to know in order to have these two jobs, including knowledge on chemicals and gases. Not only I would be paid to solve puzzles, but I'd be paid well. With the money I would make, I'd be living large. It's not as though money is that important. It's the thrill of the job. God, it's the thrill of the job I'm after, especially if I worked night shift. I went from wanting to be a hairdresser when I was younger to wanting to be something like a criminalist or forensic scientist. What a jump! It says, there's nothing more that I love than solving puzzles, and that's why it's my dreams job. Yep. That's like good shit. So like, look at this page. I colored it and decorated it. Okay, so that's like a test tube with one of those like thingies in it. And that's a footprint, and that's a fingerprint, and this is a maggot that looks surprisingly like a dildo. So I can only imagine what my grade 8 teacher thought I was doing with dead bodies and dildos. There's money. That's how money looks. You put money in envelopes and a broken cassette tape, and I have a crime scene decorated all around it. And that's what I liked to be when I was 12. I wanted to look at dead bodies and shit. Yep. It's a dildo. Look at it. It's a dildo. My brother pointed that out to me. Let's see. Music and me. The one thing you can see me do, and I mean always seeing me at home. Oh, wait, what? The one thing you can always see me do, and I mean always, is seeing me at home in my cave, aka my room, listening to music. This is called Music and Me. Okay. After all, I was listening to music while I typed this out. I'm doing some meta shit when I'm 12. Offspring is my absolute favorite band. I've been listening to it as long as I remember because my brother always played Offspring. It's the Offspring. And I know, like, all the songs. I even said it, and I know, like, all the songs. 3 Days Grace rocks my system. And speaking of system, oh my god, I can't read this. System of a Down is a great band in my books. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. How about one of the newer bands such as Billy Talent? So I listened to Billy Talent for a long time. Then there are those bands in which I like only a couple of the songs, such as the band Pennywise and the song Alien. There are 3 ways in which I can listen to music. My Discman is a good way to listen to music out of my home. There is always a stereo which I listen to music that I got CDs. Finally, there's my computer, and I have a program called LimeWire, which allows the user to find absolutely any songs that you can think of. Not only do I like listening to music, but I also like playing music too. I have played piano for a couple years now, and I adore playing violin in music class. I know a bit about recorders and guitars too. What is it about music that relaxes people so much? Is it the beat, the rhythm, or maybe the music, or the lyrics? No one really knows. The human brain has baffled scientists before, and the brain has struck again. Oh my god. The brain has struck again. My brain was so baffled by everything. So these are the Offspring albums. And then I just made up weird shit for everything else. And that's Offspring too. Now, that's music and me. Alright. Okay. Composure. Composure. This one is called Creative Me. Okay. I just love drawing in my spare time at school. And after school, I just can't get enough of it. But what I love drawing most is the most ferocious fictional creature I know. ... Dragons. In my art collection I've made since grade 6, I've drawn 13 dragons and 3 are in progress. I have drawn some other things though, such as a fairy, a griffin, and my lovable dog Shelby. I can't say why I love drawing so much, because I don't know why. Maybe capturing an image is the thrill of drawing. Or maybe all the compliments have got to me. Drawing for compliments. Heh, yeah, right. I draw for my own personal enjoyment. God, I said it. One thing I don't like using in my drawings is color. Color takes the whole perspective of shading out of the drawing. I was pretty retarded when I was younger. That's why I have a couple of primary pencils in my pencil case. I also don't like using black felt tip markers. If you look at your hand, you don't see a big black outline around it. It takes the realistic part out of the drawing. I hope to continue drawing and maybe one day become an artist. So I just decorated it with a dragon. See, that's what my dragons looked like when I was younger. Just like dragon. This is my dragon. Alright. Yep. And starfish. This one's entitled My Favorite Foods. Okay. Breaded shrimp drizzled with sauce. That's like the first sentence. Makes my mouth water every time I think about it. Yummy pizza. Fattening, but delicious. Can't say that about spinach, though. It always seems like really good food is always unhealthy for you. Such astute observation from a 12-year-old. Why can't chips or cakes be good for you? Chocolate cakes with icing is what I like having at my birthday parties, along with chips and cola for snacks. My favorite thing I like to have for breakfast is sunny side up eggs. That has not changed. Bacon, toast, and potatoes. My dad makes the best breakfast ever. I've never really been good at cooking, but that's alright. At least my parents can cook, and my brother knows how to make craft dinner and pizza. A list of my favorite foods include shrimp, pizza, muffins, sunny side up eggs, bacon, hot dogs, spaghetti, cinnamon buns, chips, and popcorn. I do not see a career in cooking ahead of me for various reasons, including never let Corinne handle things that are flammable. And there my teacher wrote, good to know. Good to know. See, all my favorite foods. It's a hot dog. Chips. And shrimp. That's a shrimp. And a muffin. That's craft dinner. See, it says craft dinner on it. Craft dinner. And I don't know what that is. It might be eggs. And that's bacon. Oh, look it. There's little sunny side up eggs in the corner. And a pizza. And there's another. See, they're like they're like crossed, you know? So that, and there's a big donut right in the middle. Okay, that's good. Do I continue? This one's entitled Me and $1 Million. The first thing my parents would do is put the money to college funds or something like that, but if they didn't, I'd go on a major shopping spree. How I love computer games! I would first go to EB Games in Conestoga Mall and buy a GameCube, a PlayStation 2, and a ton of games to go along with it. Oh my god. I didn't know that. Off to the music store after that. I'd buy all the Offspring albums and 3 Day Grace albums and other CDs too. I'd buy a new bike and bed. If I had that much money, I'd go to the pet store and buy more fish for my tank. There are so many things I could buy. I'd buy an awesome car, like a Jaguar. That's literally the only car name that I knew, and since it sounded cool, I was like, why not? I'd buy a bunch of art supplies and pictures. I'd buy a large flat screen TV and satellite to go along with it. I would take all my friends with me on a vacation to British Columbia, and I'd buy so many souvenirs. If there was one thing I hate, it would be not having enough junk food. My room would be a storage room to all my junk food and things. A new computer would go nicely with a new keyboard, sound system, and monitor. Even though I would have all this stuff, if I was richer, I'd rather not be rich. People would treat you differently and try to be your friend just because you're rich, and people would think you're snotty just because you're rich. In all, I would rather not be rich. Wonderful concluding sentence. Oh, we gotta look at it. You know, I started spending less time on the drawings, as you can tell, because it went in order. So there's money. Wait, no. That's a flat screen TV. And these things are speakers. And that's a pot of gold. And then there's money as the border. I was a pretty smart 12-year-old. This one's entitled Relaxing Me. What do I enjoy? How about sitting in my room, watching TV, listening to music, and surfing the net all at the same time? Yes, it is possible, but it takes great skill. I love to play computer games such as the fabulous mystery game, CSI Dark Motives, or the adventurous game, Neverwinter Nights. I was a badass 12-year-old. KKND Crossfire, now that's a good game. How about music though? Rock and heavy metals are my favorite types. There's nothing like blasting music to relax me. The Offspring, 3 Days Grace, and Billy Talent are my favorite bands. With my stereo, I can have the music as loud as I want, but when I just want peace and quiet hanging around in my room, watching my little fishes swim around their tank relaxes me quite a lot. There is nothing like drawing that relaxes me too. Letting my imagination flow calms me down, but sports relax me too, and they're like total opposites. I guess I'm a multi-liking type of person. I guess I'm a multi-like of typing person. A multi-liking type of person. And there's 3 Day Grace. That's their album cover, which I still think looks pretty cool. And this is the cover of the CSI game that I got that was super cool and super awesome. And there's Billy Talent, and there's Offspring. I have 5 left. I've gone through 5 already, at least. I've gone through 6, and there's 5 There's 5 more. This one's entitled Sports and Me. What are my favorite sports? My all-time mega supreme sport, or my all-time mega supreme favorite sport is soccer. Soccer is both a strategy game and an athletic game. When I played soccer in the summer, I mostly played sweeper, but it depends on who we are playing and how well we are doing. If we have a sloppy defense, I might go defense. If the forwards need my help, I might go midfield or forward. I wish the grade 8s did soccer, but I will have to do without it. Our soccer team's coach, Steve, was a great coach, and we even did practices, unlike other teams. What other teams? I might even try out for rep next year. Volleyball is my mega supreme second favorite sport. I'm glad I made it onto the team, but waking up at 6:30 in the morning just for practices, now that's just torture. But hey, don't get me wrong, I love volleyball and will do anything for the team. How about bowling? ? Well, I'm loving it. I used to do the sport every Saturday morning, but I quit a couple years back. I'd gotten rusty with bowling, but I like to play every now and then. Sports bring out the competitive side of people, including myself, but even though the fun is in playing. Even though the fun is in playing, it's nice to win. So here it is, and I couldn't think, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was running out of time, so I had all these pencil crayons, and I would start you have a pencil sharpener, and you sharpen just the lead, and then you have dusty lead, and then I took my fingers and I squished it around to make a rainbow colored thing. And now here's the balls. See, that's a soccer ball, that's a volleyball, and there's a soccer ball and a volleyball. Yeah. Yep. Oh, sick! I'm the coolest kid ever! Okay, this one's called Cosmic Me. And that's a Sagittarius. And I even made a solar system on the back and had all the the signs for, I was Jupiter, I think. Yeah, I'm Jupiter. I even had a comment, see? Dude, I was so thorough. And it was back at the time when Pluto was a thing. So this one's entitled Cosmic Me. Who is athletic, creative, and has a good sense of humor? With the sign of Sagittarius, all of this comes into place for me. I am the Archer, sign of late fall, with the king of all planets, Jupiter, for my ruling planet. I'm supposed to love having people around me, but sometimes I just want to go into a quiet place. My friends Amanda, brackets Leo, and Alyssa, brackets Scorpio, have been very loud for both their signs. Can be very loud for both their signs, say they want to become the center of attention. I'm such an asshole! Holy shit! 12-year-old me was an asshole. I'm supposed to have a good sense of humor, but often mix up my punchline. Now, I've seen that too often. Most of my horoscopes are surprisingly correct, and same with my brothers. Now, you and I both know that I'm very curious and ask a lot of questions, while my horoscope says that I'm very curious, making my favorite word, why? That's so true. Is this all just coincidence? Or is there something behind this dark curtain of mystery? This dark curtain of mystery. I even did around the side, the repeating the signs for all the planets. mixes up my punchline. Okay, this will be good. I'm gonna drink first before I continue. This one's entitled A Day in the Life of Corinne. Good morning, sunshine. Oh man, I totally messed up. Good morning, sunshine. Sunshine? Dude, I can't say sunshine. What's wrong with me? Good morning, sunshine, says my mom happily at 7:45 a.m. Ugh, I reply sleepily as I get up out of bed and get dressed. I lazily make my way downstairs and grab an apple and start eating it. Food. Just what I need to wake me up. Apples aren't at all that I could eat. Good grammar. I could eat bananas or tangerines too. I used to have yogurt too, but ever since I found out it was made of mold, I haven't touched it since. Off to the bathroom to brush my teeth afterwards. Then I, still sleepy, make my way to my room and pack up all my school stuff in my backpack in my monstrously messy room. Then I clumsily make my way downstairs, and by now it should be approximately 8:15 a.m. I usually start practicing piano for 10 minutes or so, and my mom at 8:25 a.m. drives me to school. After school, I hang out in my room, watching TV and listening to music, and then do my homework after supper usually. It's been this way on school days practically since grade 1, but that's only on school days. On weekends, however, I get up whenever I feel like it. I could stay in bed till 11 if I wanted to, but I usually get up before then just to watch some TV. I spend the weekends hanging around with my friends, watching TV, listening to music, and playing computer games mostly, and maybe a little homework here or there. I could also rent a scary movie if I pleased. These are sacred routines that must never change. These are sacred routines that must never change. Wow, are you guys like mad at me because I got up so late? Dude, 7 a.m. was 7:45 was so early. Okay, there's 2 left. There's 2 left. Dude, I had a pretty good childhood. This one is entitled, What Makes Me Laugh? What makes me laugh? How about my goofy friends or one of my most favorite TV shows of all time, America's Funniest Home Videos. I laugh at many other funny TV shows such as The Simpsons, Futurama, and South Park. Stupid things can make me laugh too. No wonder Allie, Amanda, and Jen could make me laugh. Oh my god. I was such an asshole. Sometimes I get into a giggly mood where I can't stop laughing. I love watching the Comedy Channel and watching people make impressions of things and telling jokes. They always crack me up. I also like to watch Just for Laugh gags. I love watching unexpected people falling victim to humorous pranks. Sometimes, though, I just crack myself up. I don't know how, but it is possible. I can laugh extremely easily if I'm in a good mood. Just seeing people laugh makes me laugh. Never underestimate the power of a laugh. Never underestimate the power of a laugh. Okay. The last one is entitled My Dream Vacation. Where would I absolutely love to go for vacation? How about one of the most mysterious places on Earth, Loch Ness? I've heard so many tales of Loch Ness Monster, and if there is one, I'd love to see it. I take Allie, Amanda, and Jen with me. We'd go swimming and canoeing, and maybe see what people might be mistaking for Loch Ness Monster. I was a very skeptical kid when I was younger. Or maybe there's a legendary dragon living in Loch Ness. Similar sightings have occurred in Okanagan Valley, where people say they've seen Ogo Pogo. That's in BC, if you guys didn't know. I still would rather leave Canada and go to Scotland. I've never been outside of Canada before, and still haven't. And if I did, I'd like to go to Loch Ness. Now everyone knows I'm obsessed. Oh my god, I spelled it like abscess. Do you see that? I spelled it like I'm obsessed with dragons and reptilians, and that's one reason I'd like to go. What makes a good mystery is the chance that it might never be solved. My friends and I would first go into town and buy a lot of souvenirs. I was fucking obsessed with souvenirs when I was younger. There have been many TV shows down on Loch Ness, including one of my favorite shows, Mystery Hunters. I'd definitely like to travel there in a plane, since being on a boat too long can make a person nervous. I think my friends would agree on that. My friends and I would go on a major shopping spree. We would eat the coolest food and sleep at the coolest hotel. Nothing can keep me from a good mystery. And there's my Loch Ness drawing. And my poorly drawn everything else. Whenever there's a dragon, I just didn't color it. I would just go black and white because I was crazy. Obsessed. I was obsessed with a lot of things when I was younger. So, I'm pretty sure I only got an A- on this assignment, but I put a lot of work and a lot of my soul into it. And I'm really glad that I kept it. I kept a lot of things from when I was younger. So I really hope that you guys know me a little better, having looked into the soul of the 12-year-old MsSpyte. I can't imagine that you would know any less about me. Yep, I drew when I was 12. So I hope... Yeah, I know. I didn't get an A+. I was really sad. Thank you, Tally. Thank you. I really do hope that you guys know me better, though. That was the whole point of it. I hope so, boy. Yep, that was the, end of the year assignment. That took a long time for me to do. Dude, I was not funny when I was 12. I don't know what made me think I was hilarious, but I wasn't. I'm still not very funny. So, sometimes really stupid things make me laugh. No wonder why X, Y, and Z friend make me laugh all the time. I was such a jerk. And the dream job thing, looking at dead bodies, that was when CSI just came as a show within the few years. So it was do you remember how it used to be the most popular show? Misspelling obsessed and abscess is gross. And let's not forget the mega dildo on the front. I will never forget that.